A ver, ahí estoy viendo a Neilzinho, me meto con él a la llamada. Hello?
Hello?
How are you? The first question, the most important.
I'm good. The dog is standing on top of me, so Coco can say hi as well. So.
Okay, first of all, sorry for my English. Obviously, I have my English, my speaking English is very bad, sorry, but in this interview, I'm trying read the chat, translate the question, and speaking as a friend, okay? I'm not journalist, I'm not professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your English is better than my Spanish, so.
I didn't hear your Spanish.
Hola.
Oh, it's better than my hello. Okay, Neilzinho, the first question is for the people that don't know you or don't know a lot about you, your career. What is your presentation? From what game you came? Your career as coach or as player if you was player? Can you make a presentation?
Yeah, sure. So I started off in CS:GO. I played professionally for six years. And before that, I played Counter-Strike Source. So I'm very old. And I was an in-game leader. So from IGL, I started coaching in CS for a little bit. Only maybe 6 months or something, and then I went back to university. I wanted to do something else, so I started doing construction management. When Valorant came out, I started coaching in Valorant, just to see what it was like, and I loved it.
I'm very surprised because you said that you was in game leader for 6 years. You think that it's important have a pass as player or a career as player and as in game leader to be a nice coach, or this help but is not necessary?
So I think it helps a lot for sure, because it helps me think about the game as if I was playing, and I think that's really important. I don't think you have to be a player, it's the same in football. You have Jose Mourinho, that guy never played football in his life, and he's one of the best coaches in the world. So I think being a player helps. It helps you understand how tactics work, how communication works, and it helps progress the team, I guess. But I don't think you need to be a professional in any other game. I think as long as you have the dedication, you can do it,
Okay, and about your past, you changed from CS:GO to Valorant. In Spain, a lot of players and a lot of coaches make this change, no? But in Europe, we have less players or less coaches that change the game, and we can see as in the major of CS:GO, we have a lot of players and a lot of viewers. It's very live the game. Why you change from CS:GO to Valorant, and how was this transition? No, how was the change for you?
Yeah. So the only reason that I changed from CS was because it was starting to get boring. Honestly, like I had done it for so long, and I think that's probably why a lot of players switch. Because it's the same grenades, it's the same smokes. Everyone in the team can do the same things. Everyone can throw the same flashes. Everyone can throw the same Molotovs. And we were watching CS like only 6 months ago or a couple of months ago with Mixwell, and we were saying, all the stuff is still the same. People are still throwing the same smokes, the same flashes from when Mixwell used to play professionally as well. So I feel like there's only so much that you can do in CS, and Valorant is completely fresh, So that's why I switched. It's a big challenge, and I like challenges. So.
Okay, the first question about your career in Valorant is obviously about the season of the G2. No, how is your opinion about the season of G2? Are you happy with the final result, or are you happy with some of the goals? Because obviously your main goal is being worse, and you are not in goal. But about the season of the team, your valoration, no, in general.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of things that went on with this team that no one really knows about, right? And it's understandable. There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be said. There's a lot of private things that happen in a team. And it's not just about the players, it's about everything that goes on. So considering everything that's happened, all the challenges that we've had as a team, as staff, there's some things that I can be proud of. But overall, I'm not happy. I don't think anyone in the team is happy with not being at Worlds, you know? Yes, it was a very big challenge to get to Worlds, but we came so close that's why it's so annoying. We're proud of certain things, but not happy.
Okay, and about your work as a coach, because I think that in Spain the people can't know you a lot of things about your work, no? Because, for example, we can speak with Lucas, we can speak with Colamenta, with Miswell, because we have the same language, you know? But I want to know more about your work as a coach and what changed in the team from your start to know, no? A resume of your job.
I think we've done a lot of good work as coaches, myself and Lucas. It's hard, you know, with the time that we've had, but with Valorant and the way it's been, I don't think you're ever going to have the luxury of time, right? Especially in an org like G2. You don't have time to constantly try things. So there's been a lot of changes, but a lot of the problems that we've had is because of the roles of the team, you know? And honestly, as a coach, that's what I've been trying to fix a lot and try to find us an identity. And it's very, very hard. With the roles that we have. So there's been a lot of changes, a lot of sacrifices from players, mostly Mixwell, right? So I've been doing a lot of work with Oscar, with Kellogg's as well. I think he's improved a lot from when we got him. And I've been trying to help Oda with being an IGL and trying to help him improve, you know? So obviously I'd like to have done more, you know? But there's only so many hours that you have in a day. Like we've only had one day off, I think, for every week, you know, we play 6 days sometimes. Running up to Masters, you have 2 weeks to practice. 2 weeks to do 5 maps. You usually get one, maybe 2 days on the one map to try and get structure. And that is very hard.
About the roles in the team, that this is the most important question for me. I think that all people think that Nuki, Miswell, and Kellogg have similarity roles or can be the same agents or the same roles in the team. I want to know your opinion about the roles in G2 and why you think Kellogg when Pete go out, because Pete is Sentinel and Kellogg obviously played Jet or played Duelist, you know?
I know that's what a lot of people want to know, right? And honestly, when you think about it, and after what I've told you now, I think everyone will understand why we did what we did, right? So we did not want to change Pith. When we built this team, obviously the Sentinel is a super important role. There's so many maps where you just need a Sentinel. And Pith was going through, you know, a hard time. The whole team was actually, with the transition from Heretics to G2. There was a lot of shit, basically. So it took maybe 6 weeks to get everything done. We couldn't practice with our team. We didn't know if we were going to have this team. We were trialing other players at the same time that we were supposed to be getting Nuki and Avova because we didn't know what was going on. Mentally, it was hard. So when we started this team with Pith, there was no honeymoon, you know? Everyone was already stressed. We had LVP, where we played Finest. After LVP, Jacob decided, you know, I can't play. I need a break. When Jacob stepped down, me, Lucas, and I think it was Ziki, who's the guy at G2, we were up until 4 a.m. trying to think of what to do with players. So we had, from the time that we got Kellogg's, we had 10 days until the qualifier started, right? So the VCT, we had 10 days to find a new player. We trialed 16 players in 5 days. Everyone was already in teams for VCT. So you guys need to understand, we're 1 week away from VCT. No one is going to leave their team. So you have to look at free agents. You have to look at young talent. And that was the problem. Like, there was not a lot of sentinels that would have fitted what we needed, you know?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of hard decisions. We had to decide, like, okay, we trialed Kellogg's. He was insane. So in most of the trials that Kellogg's had, he played a sentinel or he played Sage. And he was really good. We also trialed Ambi, who is at Giants just now. And we had to make the decision. You're 10 days away. We needed someone that had skill. We wanted to have firepower. That's what we went for, you know? And it was short term, and that's where the problem started. But I think if we picked up someone else who didn't bring as much energy as Kellogg's, I don't think we would have qualified for Berlin, you know? So I think Kellogg's was the good choice, you know?
Is there anything you regret in your career as G2 coach? Which decision will you change if you could do it?
This is something that I've been thinking a lot about. I think you do when you fail, right? And that's what we've done. We failed.
Yeah.
I don't look back on things and think, shit, I really screwed that up. We have to make decisions every day. They're never easy. Never, ever easy decisions.
No.
There's a lot of decisions that we made that were really, really, really good, you know? But if there's like a decision that we made as staff that, looking back on it, I think it's the Gambit game, right? We took a risk. We left Breeze open.
Yeah.
Gambit were qualified at this point, right? They had nothing to lose. So they never picked Breeze the entire event. They don't play Breeze. They ban Haven, they ban Breeze. That's what they want to do. So when it got there, they were like, okay, fuck it. We're qualified. Let's go Breeze. That's something that I would like to... That's the only regret I have, you know? This is my first tier 1 organization, right? I've never had to deal with all of these problems before in teams. So I've learned a lot, which is good.
Okay, Neilzinho. This is a very difficult question, okay? I will ask you if you don't want answer me, don't worry, okay? Say I don't like to speak about this, but for me it's important to speak with you. It's about the hate after the last tournament, no? How do you deal with the hate, you and other members, no? Because Lucas, Ola, Miswell have a lot of comment, no? Of hate after the last tournament. What are your feelings about this, no? What is your opinion about this type of comment after a difficult tournament, no?
I think it's hard to deal with all the hate. I don't think there's that many teams in Valorant right now that have the hate, right? Because G2 have got such a big fan base. I do not care about people hating. It's only when it crosses a line, you know, where you get death threats or people are saying really bad things about other people on my timeline for trying to defend the team, you know?
If you can select 5 players of all the worlds with all the budget, you can select 5 players. I think them for you. What is your 5 player roster?
We're gonna have Nats as the Sentinel for sure, because that guy is cracked. IGL is hard, right? I think there's only... I'd have Kolda, bro. I think Kolda can do a lot with the right team, right? I'm trying to think. For Jet, oh, bro, there's so many good Jet players. Okay, so I'll say 10s. I'll say 10s for Jet. So, right, we have 10s, we have Kolda, we have Nats.
Smoke units hit.
Ooh.
Oh. Avova for me is an option.
Avova is for sure one of the best smokers, bro. Dude, smoker's hard. Like, I think Avova is really up there. Avova is insane. And then for like the kind of someone that can play is Starksoul. Starksoul is incredible.
But you have Jumpy too for this lord.
Yeah, we have Jumpy. Shit, this is really hard. I'm gonna put Starksoul instead of Avova. Starksoul can be the smokes.
Okay.
And like we'll put Starksoul on smokes, right? So Starksoul, Nats, Tens, Kolda, and then you have another duelist. I mean, bro, Nuki is insane. That guy.
And passive entry is the best position.
Yeah.
The roster finally this can be Nats, Kolda, 10 stars, and Nuki. It's good, very good for roster for me.
Yeah, Yeah, I think that's a good one, man.
What is your opinion about the change of role affect to Miswell and not to the team? Okay, because every people know that for the team this is the only option on one on the only option, no? But for Miswell, what do you think that this change work, no?
Yeah, so I think with Oscar, I think it put a lot of stress on Oscar, you know? For Oscar, I think he likes a challenge, right? Oscar is never gonna say, no, I'm not gonna do it. If I told Oscar is one of the best players I've ever coached. If you tell Oscar, yo, Oscar, go play, I don't know, Sage on this map, he's gonna go and do it. He'll do whatever you ask him to do, and he'll try it to the best of his ability, right? So, when we got Kellogg's in, the plan was to have Kellogg's and Oscar play Jet. So they were gonna, on some maps, like, so for example, Icebox, Breeze, some of the maps where you don't have to be as aggressive, Kellogg's was not gonna play Jet. Mixwell was gonna play Jet. But it was Oscar himself, after he was watching Kellogg's and Prac, after he was watching how good Kellogg's was for the team on Jet, Oscar said, like, yo, if Kellogg's is gonna play like this, I don't want to take Jet away from him, you know? Kellogg's is doing an insane job. I'll help guide him, I'll help tutor him to make him better. Let me play something else, you know? One of the best things about Oscar that I don't think people understand is how well he can read the game. He is so clever when he comes to reading the game, right? But he did it for the team. He knew. Oscar is experienced, he knows we can't win, or we can't be the best team in the world with this how it is, you know? So Oscar knew he needed to change for the team.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
If the decision depends on you, you will make change in G2 or not? Or play with the project to 2022?
Yeah. So for me as a coach, I hate changing players, okay? Because you make progress, you change player, you start, you build, you learn, and you make a change, you're back down. So right now we've made 4 changes, 5 changes, whatever. It's really hard to work with, right? I don't want to make any more changes, bro. I just want to work. I want to work with 5 players who have the same goal, who want to have the same motivation, which is be the best team.
We are done. Sorry if I have difficult question, but okay. If you want to say something for the final, if you want to say something for the G2 army or the chat, is your time.
Yeah, so no, I just want to say thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Like, I don't do interviews very much. So this is I wanted to just give my side of the story, right? Because a lot of people hear different things. There's loads of different rumors, and it's not always as simple as what you guys think coaching a team like G2. It's hard. There's a lot of challenges. Yeah. And I think with the time we've had, there's things we can be proud of. To the people that give hate, honestly, thank you. It's good in a way. The people that send hate, it keeps you on your toes. You never stop working, right? To everyone that supported us, thank you very much. We love you guys on the G2 boat. We really appreciate the support you gave us, especially during Berlin, you know. That was insane. We had a lot of support in Berlin, and it was incredible. So thank you very much.